step forward, please, for the main spirit guide that is going to help Amanda today. Let me know when you see, hear, or feel their presence.
Yeah, I feel they're off to my right side.
And what are you experiencing? A sensation, a color, an energy, a feeling?
As I was going up the steps, I saw a really deep blue orb that was pulsing. And then that was the color that kind of engulfed me when I stepped into the room.
Okay, great. And this deep blue pulsing aura, if
Mhm.
this spirit entity could identify themselves, please, now with a name.
I'm getting A's, and then
Hmm.
they're showing me their eyes, so they're like
Okay.
almond shaped,
Mhm.
like Egyptian makeup on their eyes.
Okay, beautiful. And do you get this as a male or a female presence? If
I'm
they
getting
come
a female.
female. Okay. Okay, beautiful spirit guide, thank you for being with us here today. My name is Katish and I'm helping Amanda today. I was just wondering if you could let Amanda know how long you two have been together. Forever. Perfect. And how would you like Amanda to refer to you? Do you have a name of, not a name that is your spiritual name, but just some way that you would like her to refer to you? That's easy for Amanda.
Mm. I'm seeing a bird, but I don't
Okay.
know what kind of bird it is.
Okay, no worries. Beautiful spirit guide, will you be transporting Amanda to her destination today, or would you like me to play the singing bowls to transport her?
She's just saying whatever you feel is right.
Okay. Maybe we'll go together and I'll play a little bit of the music for Amanda. And if you can help us take her to the Starseed life that is calling through to her soul and made her sign up for this session today. Amanda, what we're going to do is, if you imagine that you have wings like a bird, like the little bird that you were shown,
Mhm.
and we are going to fly together through the clouds to find the lifetime that we're looking for today, okay? So let's begin to drift away and fly. Don't be afraid of falling. You have these bird's wings now. And drift along. And one of the things is that you will magically land there in the civilization that you need to when you're ready. So just let me know
Okay.
when you're there.
I'm almost seeing like the northern light, like the aurora
Mhm.
borealis. So lots of light.
Okay.
And I also feel really nauseous too.
All right.
It's a lot of blues and greens.
Can you find a place to land?
Yeah, it's I can see mountains off to the distance, and again, a lot of like lights in the sky.
Mhm. All right. Ask your spirit guide to help you find a place to land.
Okay. It feels cold under my feet, almost spongy.
What else can you notice? What else in your sensations can you notice? How's it breathing like? What's the air quality like?
It almost burns my lungs when I breathe deep.
So we'll ask the spirit guide to help your lungs adjust. And what we want to know is to sense your energy formation here. What kind of a energetic being are you? Do you get a sense of what your shape is? Whether you're, like, here on Earth, we have a humanoid shape. You could be anything from a bird to a fish to, there's all sorts of shapes, sizes, and colors.
I feel like it's more human
Mm-hmm.
looking. I'm on 2 feet, but my body feels longer and
Long,
leaner.
okay, longer and leaner. And can you get a knowing as to what's covering your body? Like, here on Earth, we have skin and
Mhm.
hair. Do you have any of those qualities that you can feel?
It's skin, but it's not like ours. It's like cool and moist,
And why does the skin need to be cool and moist?
probably water.
Water? And do you feel as though you can tell what the skin color has? Does it have a distinct coloring or is it translucent?
It kind of mimics the shades of the lights. So
Okay,
there's like
beautiful.
blazing greens and then
Hmm.
there's speckles on it. And I have fingers, but they're not like human fingers.
Okay.
And I am cold.
You are cold. Can you check with your spirit guide if that's because you're adjusting as a human or whether there's some kind of covering that you can reach in this lifetime to put on? How do you warm up in this lifetime?
I don't think I need to be warm.
And do you get a sense, do you have a masculine or a feminine energy in this lifetime? Feminine energy. And I know time is different component over there, but if you could guess like a human age, do you feel like a child, a teenage equivalent, or an adult equivalent? How do you feel?
I
Young?
feel like young adult. So not a child, but not like a mother or a parent.
Okay. And do you feel as though there's some way that you can represent what your name would be? You can use your vocal cords to make a sound that is not the same as the English language.
It's almost like they're not using words. It's more of a facial expression, like their eyes. Like
Okay.
I don't think they speak like out loud.
Ah, okay. So it's more of a mental thought system.
Yeah, like we're connecting like through
Tele-
our minds. So it's they can just speak my own language. Like they're talking to me the way that I would understand it now, but I think it would be able to understand anybody.
That's great. Saves energy, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And can you tell us, in comparison to your life as Amanda here on Earth, is
Mhm,
this in human mind concept? Because we understand the human mind needs time.
mhm.
Would this be backwards in time or forwards in time for Amanda?
It feels
Backwards? And do you get a feeling of how far backwards?
it it's like forever
Okay.
beginning.
And do they give you a name of where you are? A planet name, a constellation, a location?
I'm looking to see. It just keeps showing me the northern lights again and the Little Dipper.
So, what I'd like you to do now is to move the scene forward as though it's a movie in your mind. And I would like you to ask yourself of that time to take us to a scene which is important for your soul to understand, something that is important for Amanda to learn about herself in this lifetime.
Are you wanting me to shift out of this person and go to someone else?
No, stay in this person
Okay.
and explore this planet, this
Okay.
lifetime, so we can understand a bit more about the story of this person. We want to be the witness to her story. Tell us,
Okay.
let us know about her, where she lives, what she does, what are her major experiences in this lifetime.
It's
You're safe.
it was like, yeah, I know it. It was like it was blissful, and then all of a sudden, lots of flashing, lots and lots of flashing, like fighting, and they had to leave, and they had to get out of there.
And were they being attacked by another civilization?
Yeah, they were, and they just don't understand why because they didn't do anything.
Okay.
They're peaceful. And I feel like this is like a reoccurring thing.
Okay. This has happened to them that, like, the fight follows them to wherever they relocate to? Is
Yeah,
that what you're saying? Okay. Is it because that the civilization always finds a location to live that is bountiful in resources, or is it a tribal warfare that is nonsensical, non-logical?
she just seems to always be put in the situations because she's showing me she's showing me another lifetime, like projecting another lifetime. It's like the shell fire and feels like it's World War One or two, maybe.
Mhm,
'Cause I'm seeing red lipstick. She's a nurse, but she's on the front lines again.
mhm.
It's like she wants to be where she can help,
Oh,
so she
okay.
puts herself in those situations, but again, she's not a mother in that lifetime either.
So she's a helper. Is she a healer or at her
I
soul
think
level?
I think so.
So what does she do to help? Why did she put herself in this situation in this lifetime where she's got the beautiful blue and green speckly skin? What was she there to do? How was she there to assist?
I think she was learning in that age.
Learning how to help? Okay. And can you see a situation where she was able to help? Just so you get a sense of what she does to help?
I see her growing things, like
Hmm.
healing animal things. They look like frogs, but they're not.
Hmm.
So, like, practicing and healing, and bringing people back.
People who have been wounded that might be
Yeah,
mortally, she stops them from crossing over.
yeah.
And does she follow the people of this civilization when they're attacked to the new location? What happens?
Feel like she doesn't make it each time.
So she sacrifices herself in a way?
Yeah, because she doesn't have anything that binds her,
Okay.
and she knows that she'll come back again.
So she's confident about the reincarnation system and that she regenerates, yeah, for a want of a better word. So she's not afraid of death. And what other qualities and spiritual strengths can she show you that your soul has?
She's telling me that the mediumship in this lifetime is the equivalent of her bringing people back in the past,
Okay.
that I'm able to talk to them, almost bring back their memory.
Okay. Mm, yeah, that makes sense to me.
But this lifetime, I'm different because I am a mother, so I
Hmm.
can't leave. She just seems to know, like she has a knowingness. It doesn't matter if people don't believe her, she just knows.
What else would she like to show you?
She's also showing that each time she does pass, she goes back to that original life force or being
Hmm.
to be in that world again until it's her time to come back to Earth. And she has space in between. She doesn't just come back right away.
What questions can she answer for you today?
She's validating the feeling of me feeling like I would never live long because I haven't in the past, but I have to
Um,
this time.
Perfect clarification. Thank you.
Because I have kids, I have to stay now. So this will be the longest that I've been
You okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what she's trying to tell me, 'cause she's just looking at me right now.
Okay.
She's telling me that I need to mend the things with my father
Okay.
and that I can do it even though he's gone.
Okay.
She's just showing lots of different flashes of lifetimes.
Okay.
And again, all like dying very young, like in their 20s,
Mhm.
all female.
Mhm. So your soul prefers the female form?
Yes. She's showing me Joan of Arc, but it's not like she's not her. It's like
Yep.
the symbolism behind
Yep.
it.
Yep. Understood.
And again, a lot of army, military, but always a female in it. So not like in the earlier days, she was more behind the scenes.
What does she want you to know about your mediumship skills and what she believes you should be how you should be utilizing them? What guidance does she have for you?
Teaching,
Mhm.
helping others believe that what they see is real.
Does she mean in terms of that, in terms of people who are able to see spiritual entities who have passed, or those that haven't passed, earthbound spirits who haven't crossed over? Is that what she means by what they see is real?
I think so. Because she's taking me to locations and validating the feeling that I've always had that they aren't bad, they're just lost. She said, like the old man in my house.
The old man that's there currently now in spirit form?
Yeah,
Okay. And he needs crossing over?
he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to?
Yeah, lots of flashing, lots and
Mhm.
lots of flashing. And my eyes are shaking, like with the flashes.
All right. You can ask her to slow down those flashes if you want to.
And the woman in the house. We live in a place where one of the president's homes are, and I always see her up in the top. And I felt pulled to go in there, but I chickened out. But she's stuck.
She's stuck. And are you able to help cross her over, or does your guide, the previous version of you, need me to help you with that? Is there any role that I have in this, or is this something that you can do yourself?
She says I can just do it.
Perfect. Excellent.
She's just showing me all of the people that I've seen recently, like
Okay.
spirits,
Hmm.
like the ones that are just out and about,
Yep.
ones that are wanting to be contacted. Like since I can't be on the front lines, I can help the ones that are stuck.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's just showing me all of the people I've encountered. There's a man that was on a motorcycle near the shopping center we go to. Yeah, just it seems like she wants me just to help them let go and to
Perfect.
tell them that they can still come back. They're just not stuck.
Perfect. And does she show you a particular protection method she wants you to use so that they don't become attached to you?
She says they won't be.
They won't be? Excellent. Even better.
She say they only attach if you think that's something that happens.
Okay.
She's very matter of fact about all of it.
Excellent. We like that.
And she's saying they're not bad, they're just lost. She's just sitting now.
Is she complete? Would she like us
I
to?
I don't think she has anything else to say.
Well, we greatly thank her for her presence and her guidance today. And I would just like you to check in with your inner knowing. Is there another lifetime, another starseed origin that you would like to go to today?
This is gonna sound really bizarre
It's all right. We like bizarre.
because I don't think it's mine. I
Mm.
think it's my dad's because he's shown me this before, the Mintakans.
Yep. All right. Well, let's go to the Mintakans because it was one of my first thoughts for you. So I want you to drift away, float away. And let's go travel to the water civilization of Mintaka. Now it's a water planet, so when you
Mm.
arrive, you'll be in water. So let me know when you arrive.
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, beautiful. Now, on Mintaka, there are both male and female energies. I want you to
Mhm.
check in and identify whether you are a male or female energy.
I'm
Mintaka.
I'm still female.
Still female?
Mhm.
Perfect.
It's reminding me of dreams that I've had
How
of
so?
being like rooms filled with water, but I can breathe under them.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I'm still seeing lots of lights,
Mm-hmm.
like the blues and the greens. But then there's some pink off to my left.
Mm-hmm.
And we're all together, like it's a pod,
Mm-hmm.
almost dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
But I still feel like human-ish, if
Mm-hmm.
that makes sense.
Have a look at your physicality. How do you appear?
Mm. I feel like I have a tail, but I can also have legs if I want them. Yep. Whatever's convenient or whatever I'm feeling that day.
Mm-hmm. What else do you know about yourself?
My hair is long, and I feel like on my face, like here, it's almost like scales,
Mm-hmm.
sequiny. And again, still feel like long and leanish, but like my hands look more human than the last one. Like, I feel more human.
Mm-hmm. And in this lifetime on Mintaka, do you have a male companion? They generally have a different appearance to the female companions.
I do, but it's like family, not like I have a f he's not my partner. There's no, like, romantic,
Mhm.
it's more companionship, like a family member.
And if you look into the essence of that companion, is it
Mhm.
a familiar energy?
It is, yeah, it's my dad.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's why you were getting those memories. Okay, now I want you to let us know about your life here on Mintaka.
It's more carefree
Mm.
than the other ones. There's no conflict, enjoyment. Like, I
Mhm,
can feel the sun on my face almost.
mhm,
When I look up, it doesn't look like our sky.
mhm.
Just it just feels more carefree. There's unlimited possibilities. Like, I can
Mhm.
just do whatever I feel in the moment.
Do you feel joy and happiness as well?
I do, yeah. And being part of the group, like, it is like a pod.
Mhm,
There's lots of them.
mhm. And that feeling of homesickness is quite common for Mintaka. Is that where your homesickness is coming from?
I think so because I don't feel it here. I felt it in the other one, feeling more alone and
Mhm.
more, like, individually driven, where here it just feels safe.
And what does yourself in this lifetime, any kind of a sign, symbol, or word that would mark the equivalent of a human name?
See lots of triangles. Delta?
And if we call her Delta, apologies if we've got it wrong, could she let us know what it is that she specifically wants to share with you about her story and what knowledge you gained, the spiritual talents or abilities you had in this lifetime? What's relevant for your soul to know right now?
She's showing me almost feels like a funeral,
Mm,
but then I can see the person, like, they're laid out,
mm.
kind but then I see them, but it's not sad, it's more of a celebration, like they're ascending to the next. But I can see it, but not everybody else can.
Okay, so your mediumship skills were still there then.
Because 'cause they're waving to me. It is just they're just waving.
Okay,
I don't know.
that's all right. That's fine. It can be just symbolic to show you that they can see you, you can see them. It can also be a wave to let you know that you know them already, so you could zoom in
Yeah,
and see if you know them or if their
I
energy
don't
feels familiar.
they're part of the pod, but I can't figure
Mhm,
out exactly how the connection is. It feels like they're part of the community,
mhm.
but it's not it doesn't seem familiar from, like, my current lifetime.
That's all right. That's good. Thank you for clarifying that. What else would she like you to see?
Now she's just swimming,
Mhm,
and she's pulling back memories of things that I've had in this lifetime,
mhm.
like being at the beach. And when my dad would be in the water, there would always be wild dolphins that would come up, which is
Mm,
bizarre for the beach that we would go to. And I just see their eye because I remember being out there with him and them coming up so close and their eyes were like this big
right. Wow.
and not being scared.
Mhm. So if you check, can you as Amanda understand
Mhm.
dolphin language if you tried.
I feel like I can it's not their sound,
Mhm.
being able to look at them like that previous life.
The mental telepathy.
Mm,
And do the dolphins act as a spirit guide to you, a spirit animal in the lifetime as Amanda?
mm, not really. Maybe. I don't know if I've ever really thought about it.
Okay, but so ask for the knowledge now. Is the
Okay.
dolphin significant to Amanda? Does Amanda need to look to the dolphins for guidance at all, or is it just an interesting past life connection?
I think it is because she's showing me, like, who I am this right now
Hmm.
up against glass with my hand, like, at an aquarium, and I keep seeing the eye.
What else does she wish to impart via knowledge today to you?
She's showing me as a baby too, but, like, herself as the baby, like, being held by my dad
Hmm.
out there together, and it's almost like a time lapse of the growing up together. I don't think he was my dad in that lifetime, though. I think he was maybe a sibling and our parents died, and we had to grow up together, and they had me young in this life. So it's almost like understanding that he was so young.
Hmm.
We were figuring out together. She was saying, just relax. And now she's just showing me her just sitting with the sun on her face, just
Hmm.
enjoying the moment and not thinking, just being.
Hmm.
But she's still seeing some of the people that have passed too, like acknowledging them. She's relaxing. Almost like a hat,
Yep,
you know
that's
that.
good. I got that visual. Yep.
Yeah. Like, I see you. I'll get back to you. So it's more on her terms.
Hmm.
And her energy just feels a lot more like free flowing.
Hmm.
Like it's not constricted. She doesn't feel tired. It just all just flows. She's almost pulling a box out of me, like my
Hmm.
body.
Hmm. I was just
And
actually just asking about healing. So,
yeah. So she pulled it out
hmm.
and it fits like in your hands when you like
Hmm.
cup them. You were going to scoop water. It's a box. I've seen the box before, but it's been completely like welded shut.
Hmm.
But this time I see some light popping out of the seams.
Hmm.
This is going to be really silly, but she took it out of my hands and she's like dunking it under the water,
Okay.
kind of aggressively, almost out of frustration, but it
Oh,
seems like out of character for her because she seemed so
is she
calm. She's trying to open it.
Mm. Does she know what's is she willing to let you know what's contained within, or is part of that need to be wait to be revealed till it smashes open?
It's like slowly leaking out. Guilt.
Mm.
She's still dunking it under the water. Like
Yeah.
you would like if you were washing clothes like in the
Mhm.
olden days, just dunking it in and out. And the water's going into it and it's like trickling out
Mhm.
with the light that's coming out of it.
Where does it correspond to the part in your body where it was located?
It was like right above my belly button.
Okay.
It's the guilt with my dad. I think that's why I got brought back here because we were together in this time.
Mhm.
She's starting to peel it open and he's coming from the right side. He's coming into my line of view and he's getting closer and closer as she's opening the box.
Okay.
Right now, he's helping her open the
Oh,
box.
lovely.
They want me to give you context
Okay.
from this lifetime. So we didn't see eye to eye for about a year before he passed in this lifetime. Very suddenly, he was on vacation. It just happened. He was healthy. He was only 48, so he was young. So we didn't know it was coming.
Mhm.
And we were both too stubborn to reach out the olive branch. Um, but she's connecting it to the lifetime that they had together
Mhm.
because he was just so young, raising her. So it was like a kid raising a kid. And he's showing me himself like what he looked like as my dad, but half Mintakan as well. So like the top half is him. It
Mhm.
looks really silly, and the bottom half is not. But uh, just acknowledging that because I can see him all the time, that it's okay. It's not a big deal. And it's almost opening up like a puzzle. It's opening up the whole way. And there's a little ball inside of it,
Mhm.
almost like a pearl.
Mhm.
She just picked it up and just chucked it. She just threw it as far as she could.
Okay.
And she said, like, how I, again, I don't know how they speak there, but like, to me, she feels very sassy and very like, that was so annoying to open that box. That
Yep.
shouldn't have been that hard.
Yep.
And she just gave me like a thumbs up. Very
Okay.
good.
Okay. Great. Thumbs up. So is that all that she would like to show us now that we've got that thumbs up and we can move away?
She's just saying, don't let the box come back.
Don't let the box come back. And is she giving you guidance as to how you can further release that guilt and mend it with your dad? Or is it mended as we speak? What
On a soul level, it's mended,
Mhm.
but on a human level, I feel like I need to do some work.
And is that work that you can do by yourself, or you need some assistance with it from somebody?
She said I can do it.
Mhm. And do you need any further healing today?
I don't think so.
Okay.
She
Alr
threw it really far, so that seemed to be the biggest thing.
Please turn and acknowledge her and thank her for her time today. Thank her for allowing us to witness that lifetime and for her service towards you. And when you're ready, we will drift and float away and we will make our way back to your life as Amanda here on Earth.